Hello and welcome. This is Best Foot Forward Shoes. My name is Harrison Cable. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. It's really appreciated. So since I've been making some videos about sneakers now, people have been asking me, what's your favorite sneaker that you have? And honestly, there's so many that I can't really narrow it down. So I'm going to try and, instead of doing an entire whole collection video, I'm going to try and do per brand. So I'm going to start today with New Balance and we'll see what happens from here and maybe make some future videos with different brands like Nike and Adidas in the future. We'll see how this one goes. First off, I do want to say thank you everyone for liking and subscribing the latest few videos. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for all the support that I've received. We're trying to get to the goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you feel like subscribing and seeing more of these type of lists or shoe reviews, check it out. I've got plenty more content on the channel as well. So now let's get into, first of all, some honorable mentions. First of all, I do want to preface this list by saying that all of these shoes could have gone anywhere between honorable mentions up to number 2. We have so many shoes in this, and I really thought that it was really hard to narrow it down. Number 1, I've got a very, very clear number 1, so there's no dispute in that, but you have to wait till the end of the video to see that one. So we're going to start with this honorable mention first. It is the 2002 R from New Balance, and in this blue and indigo colorway. Now you've got some cream and almost lilac pink hits on this shoe. You've got a mixture of suede, a mixture of synthetic mesh overlaying the top of the shoe. Again, this shoe is very sentimental. It might not be one of the most hyped colorways. It wasn't even a collab, but it was the very first 2002 R that I did get roughly in around 2021. And don't you know that some shoes, they carry more sentimental weight than just pure hype, and I think that's the way that sneakers should be. This shoe means a lot more to me than just it's got a hype collab attached to it. I really enjoy the look of this shoe, and second of all, the comfort, but also just what it kind of means to me, and the stage of life that I got this shoe is really special. So enough of that one. Another honorable mention is the ALD Aimé Leon Dore 991 V1 in this grey and green colorway. Again, amazing construction, amazing quality from New Balance. This is one of the made in UK pairs, and it only just missed being in the top 10. All right, on to number 1. We have the New Balance Fresh Foam Trail V3. Now this shoe is purely meant for trail running. You can do road running and regular kind of track running, but really it's meant, with its traction and grip pattern, to be used on mountain trails or road running trails. And honestly, the cushioning on this shoe is unparalleled. The fresh foam technology that New Balance put into this is unlike any other cushioning system that you could feel. You've got a nice breathable and airy upper, very light, very solid number 10. Now number 9. We all remember the first time that we saw the protection packs from New Balance. You had the black pair, the grey pair, you had that pink pair, the blue pair, and all of those shoes were kind of the first things that kind of piqued my interest with the 2002 R. And as you saw in the honorable mention, I did buy a pair of blue 2002 Rs, but when these came around, these orange, with its strange little cutouts of suede all around the toe box and around the midfoot here, it just looks like nothing that had come before it, and it really grabbed the attention of the sneaker world for a good year, if not 2 years. And orange being one of my favorite colors, I just had to pick this one up, and it has been worn more times than I can count. Again, another sentimental favorite. So the first collab we have at number 8, the Joe Freshgoods Little Desert in the 610 silhouette. Now this shoe is again designed as a trail running shoe, but most of the time people wear it as a lifestyle shoe. I was fascinated by the lacing system on this shoe. It basically goes all the way up to the toe here. You've also got some incredibly cool, almost vein-like map drawing details all around these leather pieces of the upper. You've also got a bit of black and brown mesh around the heel and around the toe to really give a little bit more breathability. These are not waterproof. I have used them in trail walking once or twice, and I did find that water did tend to get in there a little bit too much. So I've kind of switched to using them a little bit more of just a lifestyle shoe. But again, orange, got to have some little bit of orange in there. One of the best shoes, number 8. Moving on to number 7, we have the Stone Island 991 V2. Was released last year. We had an amazing release to the 991 V2 silhouette from New Balance. This was one of the very first collaborators to do a 991 V2 with its updated cushioning and heel and traction pattern on this shoe. You're going to be seeing a lot more from the 991 V2, including this shoe and this shoe and this shoe and this shoe and this shoe But getting back onto this sneaker, the nubuck upper of this shoe is so classic Stone Island that you could probably look at this shoe without really even knowing much about it and just know that it comes from Stone Island. It has such an iconic colorway and silhouette. Number 7. Here we go, number 6. This is the Up There 1906R. Some call it the Black Friday, as it was released around Black Friday of November 2023, so last year, in this all silver and reflective grey colorway. Now, Up There is a Melbourne-based boutique here in Australia, and they've done a few collaborations with brands such as New Balance and Asics. And this was one that kind of crept up on people, and not a huge amount of hype was had around it, perhaps getting lost in the wash of Black Friday and up to the Christmas season, but snapped these up super quickly. And they came with about 4 or 5 sets of laces, but if you know anything about me, I love a good lace swap, and I feel like these blue laces that I've put in here really make this shoe pop. As you can see, that insole is the classic green from Up There, which is, if you've ever been in their store, that's the color of their big carpet. And you've also got a hit of green on the back there with the New Balance tab. But again, these are incredibly comfortable. Classic 1906R silhouette and feel. Number 6. Ooh, top 5, baby. This is one of the heavy hitters. This is the Action Bronson 990 V6 Lapis Lazuli colorway. That was one of the hottest sneakers of 2023. It was the second collaboration that New Balance have done with prolific artist, rapper, designer Action Bronson, based out of Queens, New York. He originally brought us a colorway of the 990 V6 called the Baklava. We might see that one a little bit later in the list, but I'm not going to give anything away. We saw this shoe come shortly after that one and was incredibly highly sought after. And some people thought it was the best sneaker of 2023. It is incredibly comfortable. It's your classic 990 V6 comfort. Again, you could walk all day in these shoes and not feel any discomfort. And with this shoe, if you know, you know. It's a great shoe. Number 5. Number 4, we have the 990 V4 in this Grey Day colorway, which, if you don't know, Grey Day is kind of like Air Max Day, but for New Balance, where they release a whole bunch of shoes in a grey colorway, predominantly grey. Sometimes you have little hits of navy blue like you do with this shoe. Sometimes you have some black in there as well. But this shoe is predominantly grey with some very, very long-haired, hairy suede mixed in with incredibly comfortable sole and a beautifully well-made insole that really cushions your foot for all-day comfort. And I have worn these for even a week straight and didn't feel anything. I've worn these shoes for, I think my record was a week straight, and honestly, I could not get them off my feet. They were just so comfortable. I'd always just keep reaching for them. So breathable and comfortable. And this one was really unlucky to miss out on the top 3. This is number 4. Bronze medal, here we go. So as I said before, this is the 990 V6 Baklava from Action Bronson. Every time I wear this shoe, it makes me smile. Every time I look at it, it makes me smile. It's just so loud and so in the moment. I don't really know how that really relates to shoes, but it just feels right to say about this shoe with its orange, its lime fluoro green, its purple, its two-toned sole in a lighter and a darker blue color. And then this really kind of obnoxious olive brown suede around the toe and all the way around the heel. It's just the craziest set of colors. And every time I wear it, it's just an absolute neck breaker. People just stop and stare at it and ask questions about it, good and bad. Some people absolutely hate it. Like my wife, she hates them, but I love them, and they are number 3 on this list. And the silver medalist for this list. This is one of the most recent New Balance pickups that I have. This is the New Balance Arme Leon Dore 1000 in this white colorway. I have put an extra pair of purple laces in this shoe. Again, with the very neutral tonal nature of this shoe, I like to spice it up with a little bit of an extra lace flip like I did with the other 1906Rs. This is a retro model from New Balance, and it was released I think it was earlier this year, with Joe Freshgoods collab and a bunch of other GR colorways like this, and this. If you want to find any of those pairs, you can either go on resale, or there are still tons of pairs coming out on the New Balance website and other boutiques around Australia. So they're really not that hard to find, but for a good reason, because they are so well made and so comfortable, and honestly, they just look awesome. They're a very, very in shoe right now. So this is definitely deserving of number 2 on this list. And now for the big reveal, number one, numero uno on this list, it is... That's right, it is the 2002 R Silhouette, a collaboration that New Balance did in 2022 with Melbourne Boutique, which I spoke about before. This is the Backyard Legends shoe that really put up there on the international stage and really put them out there as a name that people want to collaborate with. I think it really paved the way for their most recent piece of work that they're doing with New Balance, which is the 991 V2 City Pack. And the reason for a lot of that success is just how beautiful this shoe looks and how incredibly comfortable it is. The combination of two different types of suede. You've got some long hairy suede around the midfoot here in this light green colorway, and then more of a dark green suede around the toe and overlapping where the lace is attached to the shoe, along with on the back here where you have some purple suede, some blue leather, and some white mesh, really complementing all together in just a beautiful melting pot. It really is a thing of beauty. And for as good as it looks, I would say that the comfort is superior to the way it looks. They're as light as anything, but still sturdy and so comfortable. Again, when I started this list, I said that a lot of shoes were sentimental and kind of went beyond the styling, and the reason why they're even on this list is simply because of the way that they have come into my life and how they reflect seasons and parts of your life. So this shoe is, I got these right after our honeymoon in 2022. So whenever I look at these shoes, I think of my wife and I think of our honeymoon and the trip that we went on and just the amazing times that we had. And honestly, these shoes are more than just a shoe to me. They represent a season and a time in life. And that altogether is the reason why that this shoe, the 2002 R collaboration with Up There, the Backyard Legend, is number one on this list. So thank you everybody for watching if you've gotten this far. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you are not. If you did not like it, please let me know in the comments what you didn't like about it. I'm always open to feedback. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.